أصدقائي، أتمنى كلكم تكونون بخير وصحة وعافية. هذا الفيديو شوية جديد على قناتي، بس في وايد أسئلة ببالي وودي أتناقش فيها مع أشخاص ودي أتناقش فيها معاكم، فقررت أني أنا أستضيف واحدة من أقرب الأصدقاء لي في السوشيال ميديا، آسيا، وحبيت أناقشها بموضوع وايد مهم بالنسبة لي. الموضوع اللي راح نتناقش فيه بهذا الفيديو هو شنو مسؤولية المؤثرين على المجتمع، وهل في مسؤولية؟ وإذا كان في مسؤولية على المؤثرين، هل المجتمع له مسؤولية على المؤثرين؟ وإذا كان في مسؤولية على الطرفين، شنو حدودها؟ اليوم معي آسيا. هاي اللي كسرت الانترنت الأسبوع اللي طاف. صار أسبوع.
كنا أمس.
شنو شعورك؟ شلونك؟
الحين الحمد لله مرتاحة. I'm super comfortable with the decision I made. ما توقعت إن it would get such mixed response. بس so far so much more comfortable. Already وايد مرتاحة. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it just I feel a lot better. But so far so good يعني.
الحمد لله.
Yeah, الحمد لله. I'm really happy.
ذكرتي بالفيديو مالك anxiety، القلق. شنو بما اني وايد مهتمة بالصحة النفسية، وايد مهم عندنا هذا الشيء، يعني دائما نشتغل على هالشيء. شلونك الحين؟ شلون قاعد تتعاملين مع القلق؟ هل رحتي حق احد يساعدك بالموضوع؟ هل عندك جروب من اهلك وربعك حواليك يساعدونك؟
شوفي ترى I grew up in a house and psychology and mental health was always something that was extremely important. So when we did the video, or when I did the video last week, one of the reasons that I brought up in why I'm making the decision to go forward without my scarf, I brought up my mental health and anxiety issues. I think that so much of that was taken out of context. In that I'm blaming سالفة الحجاب or سالفة الturban, and I don't really like to call myself متحجبة, but سالفة الturban on impacting me negatively with my mental health. But that was not true.
Okay.
And it's not true. And that's not the way that the video was ever spoken about. The video and what I said in it was that because I felt like my identity personally, or my identity online, had become two different things, that loss of identity for me gave me so much anxiety. It had nothing to do and will never have anything to do with being in a scarf.
Yeah.
A scarf is not anything that stops you from living your life. It's not anything that can cause mental health for me, maybe for others, but for myself it was never an issue. But the anxiety was about my identity and feeling like I lost it. Because I knew that when I started in social, I had a very clear identity of who I was. And I think over time when it changes, but you're still putting online the same identity 10 years later, and you've completely become a different person in those 10 years, it can cause you kind of a disconnect. When you're looking at yourself online and you're not seeing the person that you know you are now, it's scary for you. It takes a toll on you mentally to be playing a role every day that you no longer feel is something that you can identify as. But that was my mental health issue, was that I felt so different than what I could see of myself online, and that was never the point of starting. For now, I don't think I've ever sought out therapy. I don't think that, and I think that's something that is something we need to release the stigma on, because there's such a stigma about going after your own mental health and really taking care of yourself and going to therapy. There's this idea in that you have an issue. It's not an issue. It's a lifelong thing that you need to work through, and everybody should work through it, you know. But now I haven't gone to therapy for it. It's just been something that I deal with my friends and my family, and something that we're able to talk through, that I actively read about, that I actively listen to podcasts about, something I know you do as well, you know. So it's something I'm constantly working on. It's not that I have an illness or that I'm sick and I need to like be solved. And that's the comment that I'm getting so much. إن فيش نقص، أنت مريضة، ليش شلتي الحجاب؟ ليش شلتي التربن؟ أنت مريضة، you're lost، أنت ضايعة. But it's not that way. Mental health is a journey.
Exactly.
It's a lifelong journey. The same as I think that somebody that's like a practicing person in religion, or that you have a talent for, you're constantly going to be learning. فmental health is that for me, you know.
بالضبط.
It's a journey.
mental health أنا تعرفت عليه recently، يعني مو من بعيد، لأن مجتمعنا ما يعلمنا أن mental health أو الصحة النفسية شيء مهم. تو بالسوشيال ميديا بدأوا جروبات يطلعون يتكلمون عن الموضوع، أطباء نفسية أو أخصائيين نفسيين يتكلمون عن الموضوع. لما مريت باكتئاب ما فهمت شنو كنا دائما نمر بمود سوينج اللي مزاجنا يصعد ينزل يصعد ينزل. كنت انا احس هذا الاكتئاب لما انزل. بس لما مريت بالاكتئاب هني كنت مو عارفه اتعامل، ما ادري شنو اسوي، شنو هذه المشاعر. مكان وايد اسود، وايد عميق، وايد اول مره اشوفه، اول مره احس فيه. فهني رحت وحسيت ان انا لا، لازم الاقي احد يساعدني بهالموضوع، لان ماكو احد حوالي قاعد يساعدني. صح. ومو بس كذي، مو بس اذا مرينا بشيء وايد باكتئاب او انكزايتي او اي مو لو بوينت. احنا اساسا بالسوشيال ميديا معرضين كونستنتلي بشكل يومي حق وايد اشياء، سواء كان من الناس اللي احنا نقابلهم، او سواء كان من التعليقات اللي احنا قاعد تجينا، او الديلز، البزنس. كل هذا يبي له جراوندنج، يبي له تاسسين اساس قوي عشان تقدرين تواجهين كل هالاشياء. فمنتل هيلث بالنسبه لي وايد مهم يعني. حتى الحين، حتى لو ما عندي مشكله، حتى لو مو انا مكتئبه، دائما احاول اني ادور حلول. او حتى اذا حسيت اني انا حيل منضغطه، عادي اروح ثيرابي، لانه اتس فاين يعني. ابي مكان انا الاقي فيه نفسي والاقي فيه الستابيليتي عشان اقدر اواجه كل هالصعوبات اللي قاعد تجيني من وايد اماكن بالحياه.
فيبي لك سيف سبيس،
mental health place that professionals that gives me advice. يعني يقولوا لي لا سوي كذي، لا تسوين كذي. how about doing this, how about توخرين عن اخذي بريك. احس الاقي نفسي، الاقي مكان صلب اوقف عليه عشان اقدر اعيش او اقدر اتعامل مع الناس واقدر اشتغل.
I think as women, but that as women, because for us, I mean, it's easy to fall into the stereotype of like women are so emotional. Oh my God, the emotions. You must be on your period. Are you PMSing? Is it coming? Is this why you're upset? Is it no? طبيعي. It's normal. But the problem as women, and they want to put you in that box of being an emotional person. You have no logic whatsoever and you're purely driven by emotion. But it's a very normal thing for your emotions to go up and down. And I find that here in the region, because we're boxing women into this like, oh, it's getting emotional, you know, like, is it time for you? Yet, you know, like, and you're like, bro, it's the same for men, but you suppress it so much here, and you tell them like, you know, you can't have emotions. And it's the same for women when they have emotions. You know, like, so there's never a time where, in the Arab world, mental health is taken as a thing that's a complete journey and happens to everyone. They want to, well, not they, I guess, but people want to box you into you're emotional and you're sick. And that's not the normal thing. There was a new Explained, I don't know if you watch Explained on Netflix, but they talked about anxiety and how anxiety has been something that human beings have been affected with for years. But thankfully we're getting to the point where we're able to study it more and find ways around it. Or not ways around it, because there's no way around it, there's no way past it but through it. You know, you have to experience it. But we're only just now getting there, you know. It's been years.
I'm glad. أنا وايد مستانسة إنه قاعد يصير في وعي، قاعد يصير في مجموعات قاعد توعي الناس، قاعد تعلمك إن هذا anxiety، هذا الإحساس اللي أنت قاعد تحسينه يندرج تحت هذا المسمى، لأن ما عندنا مسميات، ما ندري، عندنا أحاسيس وما ندري شو نسوي فيها. فنخشها أو ننشغل عنها أو let's not deal, let's just live. وراح يطلع بحياتنا باشكال احنا مو متوقعينها اساسا.
health problems.
Exactly.
health problems, relationship issues. حتى تعاملك بدوامك، دراستك. It takes a toll on everything. ترى مو شيء واحد، مو شيء نفسي. It's not just for me. It's about all my relationships with everybody around me. And if you're not willing to work on them, you might need somebody to help you work on them.
Exactly.
And that's okay. It's absolutely okay.
صح.
But for me, the anxiety that I experienced being on the internet and being held up as like a role model to something that I don't feel like I was not good, because I try to be a good role model, but that I was a good fit for anymore, that أنا حسيت بقلبي in that this is my purpose, this is why I'm online. That's when it was a problem for me. That's when it was like, I can't be this person for everybody anymore. It's causing me so much anxiety that this is not what I'm living my life for. I'm living for who am I living for now? And so that was just like a feeling of being lost. and that feeling of being lost is it just spirals. It gets worse and worse and worse. It's hard. It's super hardcore.
إن شاء الله توصلين حق مرحلة تكونين مرتاحة مع نفسك. It's a journey, as you said. فإن شاء الله.
أنت للحين وصلتي ولا are you still like?
We're always gonna work on it.
Yeah.
Always. دائما قاعد نشتغل على نفسنا. دائما قاعد نشتغل على our mental health. دائما قاعد نشتغل على مشاعرنا. في مشاعر تيني ما أفهمها still للحين. ما أدري ليش أنا قاعدة أحس كذي.
What are the steps that you have taken so far? Like, are there people that you're talking to? Are there books that you're reading specifically?
كل شيء. Videos, therapy, people around me. الناس اللي حوالي اللي أختارهم لازم يكونون متقبلين فكرة إنه أتكلم without judgment. بس أبي أتكلم وخلنا نشوف حلول. إذا ما لقيت حلول حوالي في professionals أقدر أسألهم. فبس أول شيء لازم أستوعب إنه في شعور. شنو هذا الشعور؟ ما أدري. let's
explore.
خلنا نشوف شنو هذا. خلنا نسأل. خلنا نشوف فيديوهات تتكلم عنه. لين نستوعب هذا شنو الشعور ونشوف شلون نحله او شلون نتعايش معاه. لان في مشاعر ما تقدرين تحلينها.
صح.
اتس ذير. راح تكون موجوده ما راح تتغير.
صح.
بس نشوف شلون نتعامل معاها، شلون نتعايش معاها. انزين. شفت الفيديو مالك. اول شيء اهنيك على شجاعتك لان اتس تحتاج شجاعه، تحتاجين شجاعه عشان تسوين اللي انت سويتيه. وايضا ذكرتي نقطه وايد مهمه وانا اؤمن فيها وايد اشجعها، ان المراه لها الحق ان هي تختار اللي تبي تسويه بجسمها.
اي
هذا شيء انا وايد اشجع عليه. when it comes حق المنظور الديني اللي هو الحساب والعقاب، او when it comes to قوانين الدوله، اي شيء ما بين هذول الاثنين المراه لها الحق اذا ما اذت احد انها تتخذ اي قرار. وهذا وايد عجبني انك ذكرتيه. اذا ما تعديتي قانون بالدوله ما اذيتي احد ذن عندك الخيار. حساب وعقاب هذا شيء عاد بالاخره يصير وراح يصير. يعني راح يصير.
وترى ردة فعل ان الناس علي was طول عمري وانا بسوشيال ميديا، انت مو لابسه الحجاب عدل، اذا ما راح تلبسينه عدل فسخي. وكم مره سمعته باليوم؟ How many times did I get that comment in a single picture؟ اذا انا للحين ما عندي بخاطري ان انا صدق متحجبه، او ما عندي النيه حق الحجاب، او ما عندي النيه، لان انا ولا مره استخدم كلمه حجاب حق نفسي. دائما استخدم انا مو وحده متحجبه، انا وحده محتجبه. في فرق. لان انا ما يصير امثل المتحجبات. ما اتوقع ان طريقتي باللبس او طريقتي بعيشتي or any of those things يمثلون الحجاب بطريقه اللي the people really want that to be the view of it. And so I decided I can no longer do it. I can't be the person that has to represent that anymore. It makes me extremely uncomfortable to have so much pressure on myself to portray something that's so important and is something that women identify with so strongly. And if you identify it with so strongly, you should be the representative of that. And if I no longer identify so strongly that way, غلط علي and I continue pretending to represent it. وقتها when I had it on, it fit me so well. I needed it then, you know? It was something that like, I needed the autonomy over my body. I needed my body to feel like mine. I wanted to choose how somebody could view my body and where it was seen. And it was something that I needed at the time. And it suited me for so many years up until the last couple of years. And it no longer felt right for me to take people's money for hijab things, or to be the model of what a hijab is supposed to look like worldwide and alamiyan, when I didn't think that I was representing it in the way that somebody could do better. And so I'm stepping back. It's not that I'm stepping back and I'm saying that the hijab has suppressed my life, or that the scarf has suppressed my life. Nothing in my life was stopped. And I say this all the time on my social media channels. Nothing in my life was ever stopped because I was in a scarf. But because I built my audience around this scarf, and my audience wanted to see me in a scarf doing big things in the world, and it all meant something together as a community. It was so important for us to do that. But then I didn't forget who I was when I got to this point. السالفة مو إن I made so much money off of it and now I'm like, bye. It was, I can't continue. This هذا حدي. هذا حدي. This is where I got. This is where I'm going to continue with the scarf. I have to stop now. I no longer can identify, and it has to belong to someone else, and it has to be someone's story.
Yeah.
Because it's not mine anymore. But I don't think that what I did and what I chose to do for my body is anyone's, like, nobody needs an explanation for it.
ذكرتي شيء بالفيديو بعلق عليه. ذكرتي كلمة owing إنه you owe society an explanation. من وجهة نظري احنا كسوشيال ميديا انفلونسرز we create content. احنا content creators، نخلق محتوى ونحطه اونلاين. من اول ما بدينا واحنا هذه وظيفتنا، صح، ان نحن نخلق محتوى. شنو هذا المحتوى؟ شنو نوعه؟ هل هادف مو هادف؟ هذا كله عائد لنا احنا، هذا خيارات شخصيه احنا نحددها ونحطها اونلاين. اللي يعجبه المحتوى يقرر انه هو يدعمه، صح، بانه يسوي لايك، فولو، whatever. اللي ما يعجبه المحتوى هو خيار شخصي انه هو ما يدعمه. بس انا مو يعني لما احط كونتنت اونلاين انا مو الفولورز مو مديونين لي انهم يحطوا لي لايك او فولو، وانا مو مديونه حق الفولورز ان انا اعطي اكثر من هذا الشيء. اذا انا قررت اني انا يوم من الايام مثلا برمضان ابي اعطي جيف اويز او ابي اعطي ابي ادعم مشاريع صغيره او ابي اخذ جزء من ارباحي اوديه حق تشاريتي، هذا شيء انا شخصي اقدر اعطيه، وانا قررت ان انا اعطي شيء اكسترا. هذا شيء مو لازم علي انا، لانه وظيفتي موجوده، انا قاعده اصور صور، قاعده احط كونتنت، قاعده احطه اونلاين. وبنفس الوقت انا مو طالبه من الناس او الفولورز او المتابعين انه يسووا لي لايك. انا مثلا اذا يوم من الايام بعد ما سويت كل هذا برمضان وحطيت من جيبي وكل هالامور، صح، بعد رمضان طلع احد تكلم عني كلمه مو زينه وقرروا الفولورز انه يصدقونه، انا ما راح اقول لهم الحين انا تعبانه طول الشهر قاعده اسوي لكم كل هذا، انا سويته وما ابي مردود منه، ما ابي شيء.
انت مرتاحه باللي سويتيها؟
انا مسويته لان انا عندي المقدره ان انا اسوي شيء اكسترا حق متابعيني، ذاتس ات. وبنفس الوقت اذا سويت شيء وتعبت عليه والمتابعين ما سووا لي لايك، اتس اوكي، اتس فاين، ذيس از يور ديسيجن.
يعني انا ما قاعده اعاقب.
اي اكزاكتلي، انا مو قاعده افرض على احد انه هو يتابعني او يسوي لي لايك. او حبيتوا الكونتنت اهلا وسهلا، ما حبيتوا اتس فاين، خياركم الشخصي انكم انتم ما تتابعوني. صح. فشنو what do you owe society? Why do you owe society?
I think the reason that I said that I owe people an explanation was because of the nature of the work that I have been doing for so many years. And the amount of messages that I've received from women, and I feel betrayed by you because I followed you and supported you for all of these years because I wanted to see a woman, a Muslim woman, an Arab woman, a woman in a headscarf do big things on a big platform and on a large scale.
And you did this.
And I did it. But now it feels like a betrayal to them, and now all of these years that they had tried to get a woman that was Arab, Muslim, or covered into mainstream media, that now I used them as a way to get large enough and gain numbers and get enough money and do what I wanted to do, and then I'm gonna leave. And so the explanation, why I owed people an explanation, was not because I chose something to do with my body. It's a very personal decision. It was because we had worked together as a community for so many years to get women of a certain background into mainstream media, and now that I had gotten there, I didn't want to be a part of it anymore. And so I knew for a fact that people were going to think that I had used this as a way to get to where I wanted to go. But when I put on the scarf 10 years ago, I didn't put it on and think, this is how I'm going to get famous.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is how I'm gonna make money. Definitely. That was not the case at all.
اصلا قبل 10 سنين لما تحطين الحجاب معناته انت ما عندك فرص وما عندك وراح تتعرضين حق عنصريه، هذه الامور اللي كنا نفكر فيها قبل.
Yeah. It's changed. الحمد لله, it's changed so much.
الحمد لله وايد.
And it's amazing. And I'm still going to be a part of Arab women that are doing big things. That's you can't take that away from me. That's still there. I'm still going to be part of a Muslim background. You can't take that away from me. That's still going to be there. The only thing that is not there is that I'm in a headscarf anymore. Yeah. And it's because it's not fair for me at the level that I am at now and have been at in my career and have worked for, to no longer feel it the way that I felt it before and still say that I'm a good model for it, because I'm not. And there are women that are doing it so much better than me, and they're doing it with their whole soul and their whole heart. And isn't it wrong of me to take that place? and it started feeling towards the end إنه مو حلالي, you know?
Yeah.
And that is not okay. And that is not a way that I can live my life. I cannot live my life knowing that something I am taking is not for me. That is what is anxiety inducing. And that is why I owe people an explanation. I don't owe you an apology. I am a content creator. I am the one that wakes up every day to do these things. I earned what I have because I wake up every day and I do these things. I didn't earn what I have just because you chose to follow me, and I appreciate you following me, and I thank you so much for sticking by me for all these years. But I am still the one that got up every morning and did it. I'm still the one that was sick and on a flight when I didn't need to be. I'm still the one that had to leave my kids for jobs that I needed to do and I needed to take because I'm trying to get to the next thing. I am still the one that worked, and I'm still the one that earned it. Thank you so much for being a part of that, but I'm still the one that grinded every single day to earn it. So I don't feel like it's a betrayal that I'm leaving that community. I'm still there. So it's almost like my headscarf has nullified everything that I've ever done. And so now when I'm walking in the streets and they say, "Oh, شفتي آسيا اللي فسخت حجابها. هذه آسيا اللي فسخت حجابها. شفتي آسيا فسخت حجابها. لاحظتي هذه آسيا اللي فسخت حجابها." That's the only thing that I'm going to be known for now. After all of the years that I've worked so hard to get to where I am. That's the sentence, you know?
Yeah.
It's never going to be anything else now, and that sucks. That's the thing that hurts the most. I worked so hard and have maintained something in social that I'm proud of. I'm still very proud of what I've done, and I'm going to continue to be proud of it. But that is not the only thing that I've done, you know? I still woke up every single day to do it.
Definitely.
And it's not the headscarf only, you know?
Yeah.
I understand why I owed people an explanation, and I still stand by what I said. I filmed that video 5 times before I was happy enough to put it out. I filmed it in 5 different places, in 5 different outfits, in 5 different scenarios, with 5 different words, with 5 different scripts that I had written in my head and prepared. And none of them felt right except the one that I sat in my house, on my floor, knowing that I showed people what is in my soul. That was the only one that I was happy with.
Yeah.
But there's no right and wrong way to do this.
Yeah.
And it sucks that I have to do it publicly. بس أنا مو أول وحدة. I've decided to go out without it. وأنا ما راح أكون آخر وحدة. But this is a normal choice that women can make for their bodies, and it's part of life.
Yeah.
People change.
Exactly.
That's why I owed it, not because I need to explain what is my body and my choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was that. It was the community that we'd built.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason. Wait, but let me ask you actually, if you don't mind.
Tell me.
If you don't mind. But what is it that you think, as a woman in media, after all of these years doing what you're doing, do you think that you owe anyone anything to do with your choices? Now that you have such a large audience, do you feel like you owe people certain lifestyle choices?
For me, no. يعني for me I change a lot. يعني أنت تشوفيني بحياتي أنا وايد أتغير. تفكيري يتغير، طريقتي تتغير، أسلوبي يتغير، نظرتي حق المجتمع، نظرتي حق الناس، علاقاتي تتغير، الناس اللي حوالي يتغيرون. فيعني أنا ما أقدر أتحكم بأنا حياتي وين قاعد تروح. ما أقدر. وأقص عليك إذا قلت لك إن أنا بعد 5 سنين أو بعد سنة أو بعد 2 راح أكون بهذا المكان، وأكيد راح أكون هناك، أو أكيد راح أكون أسوي نفس الشيء اللي أنا قاعدة أسويه. مستحيل. أنا قاعدة أكذب. من خبرتي بالسنوات اللي فاتت ما أقدر أخطط أنا وين رايحة، لأن شنو الله بيحط قدامي راح أتعامل معاه، وشلون راح أتعامل معاه ما أدري حزتها أنا شلون بتعامل معاه. فحتى لما يسألوني أنت فيجن بتظلين فيجن طول حياتك، راح يعني الفيجنز راح يقولون إيه أنا راح أظل فيجن طول حياتي، وهذا I'm sorry I never بحياتي فكرت إني أكون نباتية. بحياتي ما فكرت إني أنا راح أتخذ هذا القرار إني أنا أقطع الجبن ولا مستحيل كنت أفكر إن أنا راح أتبع هذا النظام، أو ممكن إن أنا أشوف فيديوهات كنت أشوفهم إكستريم مش دعوة، بس الحين لا، تغيرت 180 درجة، وهذا الشيء أنا ما كنت أساساً حاطتها ببالي. ف هل أنا I didn't owe anything to society لما صرت فيجن. ما طلعت I explained، ما طلعت بررت أو قلت لازم تفهمون إني أنا كذي. لا، أنا تغيرت. حتى ما سويت حتى فيديو. انا تغيرت، هذه دلال تغيرت بهذا الشكل. انا كذي ام جروينج، هذه الطريقه اللي انا قاعد انمو فيها، قاعد اغير شخصيتي فيها، قاعد احس اني انا قاعد اكبر فيها. يو ار انترستد، اذا انتم مهتمين بهذا الموضوع، في فيديوهات انا شفت هذول الفيديوهات. انتم مو مهتمين بالموضوع اوكي عادي، انا تغيرت، انتم نفسكم. المحتوى اللي انا قاعد احطه نفسه ما تغير. الاكل اللي قاعد احطه تغير، مو لازم تتبعون الاكل اللي انا قاعد احطه اونلاين.
انا بس I'm just telling you what my daily life is.
بس وفي ناس وايد قاعد تطلب مني تكلمي عن الموضوع، تكلمي، بس انا مو موجوده عشان اقنع احد انه يغير خياراته بالحياه. الانترنت موجود، كل الريسورسز والفيديوز والكتب، وفي ناس معه وفي ناس ضد، من حق كل واحد انه ينظر حق الموضوع
صح
من كذا الطرفين. فانتوا بقراركم الشخصي، انتوا تتخذون قراركم، مو انا اقرر لكم او انا انصحكم. لا، انا اقول لكم انا صرت كذي، تبون تصيرون اوكي اتس فاين، ما تبين تصيرون قراركم الشخصي، انتوا لكم حريه القرار.
صح.
فيعني انا ما ادري شنو بصير بعدين. انا I don't feel I owe any explanation to anyone. This is how I grow. هذه الطريقه اللي انا قاعد انمو فيها. انا وايد اغلط، انا وايد اطيح، انا انسانه لما تجيني تنصحيني ما اسمع. انا لازم امر بالموقف، ولازم اطيح، ولازم اتعور، ولازم انجرح عشان افهم انه هذا المكان انا ما ابي اكون فيه، او هذا الموقف انا لازم ما اكرره. فانا هذه شخصيتي. ف I don't owe anything to محتواي اللي اقدمه. اذا ما عجبكم اوكي عادي، لا تتبعوني او لا تدعمون المحتوى اللي انا، هو بالنهايه هو قرار.
صح.
لما نزلت الصوره دشيت اشوف التعليقات، لانك قلتي لي وانا خايفه عليك، انا صدق كنت وايد خايفه عليك. فدشيت اشوف التعليقات، اشوف رده فعل الناس، شفت كميه تعليقات سلبيه مو طبيعيه. يعني انا اخاف لما اشوف كميه ناس متيمعين وطاقه سلبيه كذي، مخيف انا بالنسبه لي. احنا من حقنا نحس باي شعور سلبي عادي، يعني اني نيجاتيف فيلينجز يجينا شيء طبيعي، احنا بشر. بس مشكله الناس او مشكله الاغلب انه ما يعرف شلون يتعامل مع شعور سلبي يالي، ما اعرف اتعامل معاه، على طول يصير في رده فعل. فالاغلب كان قاعد يقول انه مثلا شافوا صوره احد بالاونلاين وقالوا انه قاعد يشوه صوره الاسلام، او قاعد يشوه سمعه الاسلام. ما انت تعليقك بكلماتك ومفرداتك البذيئه هذا شنو؟ هذا ريبرزنتيشن حق شنو؟
صح.
اخلاقك وينها؟ مكارم الاخلاق هي الاسلام، وين مكارم الاخلاق بتعليقك؟ لازم تختار المفردات تكون نابعه من ايمانك، انعكاس حق اخلاقك. اذا كل هذا مو موجود، الشعور السلبي عشان نفسي يختبر مبادئنا، يختبر ايماننا. اتس لايك ا تيست.
صح.
اذا احنا ما تعدينا هذا التست، بس احنا قاعد نتكلم، بس صح. هذا المبدا احنا بس قاعد نتكلم فيه، اي موقف احنا نمر فيه راح نفشل، لانه ما قاعد نطبق اللي احنا قاعد نؤمن فيه.
صح.
فبدال لا تقولون شوهتوا سمعه الاسلام او شوهتوا، يا اخي اكتب او كتبي جمله تعبر عن جمال اللي انت تؤمنين فيه ايا كان، سواء كان دين او قضيه او توجه او whatever it is. كتبي جمله تعبر عن جماله، تعبر عن، تخلي الناس تبي تعرفه، تبي تكون جزء منه، تبي تتعلم منه، او حتى تبي تقرا عنه، ما تبي تكون جزء منه. ابي اقرا عنه، ابي اعرف هذول الناس، طريقتهم بكومنتاتهم يشوقوني، ابي اقرا عن الموضوع او ابي اشوفه. فانك تاخذ تعليقك السلبي او مشاعرك السلبيه وتحولهم حق شيء ايجابي، او شيء ممكن انه ينفع المجتمع، او شيء ينفع الشخص اللي يقرا هذا التعليق، هذا انا بالنسبه لي احسن قرار ممكن انك تتخذه. لما يجيك شعور سلبي، لا يصير رياكشن على طول. فكروا ليش هذا الشعور يعني، او ليش انا متضايقه هالكثر. باوز، اوقفوا مع نفسكم شويه، شوفوا شنو هو ضد مبادئي، او شنو هو حرك فيني. لما تهدون هني قولوا او عرفوا او استخدموا فكركم، شلون انا ممكن ان انا اخذ هاي الطاقه السلبيه واحولها حق طاقه ايجابيه. صح. او شلون اني انا اخذها انفع فيها المجتمع، او شلون اني انا اكتب تعليق ممكن انه ياثر على احد ثاني، يخليه ينظر حق اللي انا اؤمن فيه بشكل جميل. فانا بالنسبه لي التعليق السلبي هو نعمه اذا استغليناها ممكن ان احنا نطلع شيء وايد جميل حق المجتمع، نغير بالناس اللي حوالينا.
صح.
انت لما تيجي هالتعليقات السلبيه شلون تتصرفين؟
التعليقات السلبيه اللي جالي بهالصوره بالذات الحين صار 25,000 comments. So there were a mix of things. There were a lot of people that are in social media that have known me for a long time, شخصياً, personally, that we've had personal interactions with, that came to write something kind, saying that they support me. And the second anyone chose to do that, it was an attack on them as well. And their support was not because I was doing something that is oriented in religion. It wasn't the fact that, like, you're not supposed to support someone when they do something bad. But the support that they gave me was because I've had conversations with every single person that I have ever been with in social media about this. How are you handling your online identity? Are you مرتاحين with your online identity versus your real life identity? For they've known for a long time all of the struggles that I've been going through, because I'm extremely honest that way, and I like that. So that was the harder thing, was watching my friends and colleagues and people that have been in social with me also be attacked with me because they wanted to support me. Not Mabruk, you took off your hijab. It was Mabruk, you're taking a step for yourself right now that you knew was going to be hard. And so we stand by you. And so that was one of the things that watching my friends get attacked was worse for me than the comments that were coming about me. Don't care about the ones about me. I left my comment section open so that you could say what you wanted to say. هذا كان فرصتكم إن قولوا رأيكم. I'm fine with it. بس قولوا رأيكم بطريقة like
هذه المشكلة، الطريقة، المفردات.
وما صار بالشخصي هذا لا. في شركات، ما راح أقول أساميهم، شركات اللي ماسكين the wrong Instagram account. They're using their business accounts for personal opinions, and those were worse to me than the people that had something to say. But it wasn't the negativity. You can be negative. I don't mind. You can not be negative. You can have an opposite opinion to me. As long as you say it in a way that is completely respectful to somebody else, that's all that matters to me. But the way that the comment section was and the way that the comments came about, Dalal, in my DMs were people that are converting to Islam. They are converting over. And the first point of contact for them, some of them have been my social media, right? So people that have lived in the middle of nowhere, they have nothing, they don't know what Islam is. They're people that have never grown up around it. They don't have any background on it. Some of the first people that ever followed me was so they could learn about it in this region a little bit more. And it scared the crap out of them. And I was getting DMs, I'm terrified. I can't believe that this is a thing that we're talking about, and it's a your choice thing, and I just don't understand why you're getting so much hate, and it's scaring me away from this. And do I continue learning about Islam, or should I stop now? Is this the kind of thing, is it like this min dakhil? When I'm in Islam, is this how I'm supposed to be? Is this how I'm supposed to treat people? And that was like the, and they never wrote it in the comment section. It wasn't 25,000 of people because they're terrified. So I'm getting DMs from girls, please don't post my name, please don't post this, but Ascia, is this real? Is this really happening? Like, are you okay? Am I gonna be okay? If I decide to take this off, am I all right? Will my community do this to me? I don't know if I can survive it. You're a lot stronger than me. Will I survive? I don't know. In fact, it was like, I'm so sorry for you. I don't know what to tell you. I have no idea how to help you. I can't help you because I'm trying to deal with 25,000 people that hate me. And in the background of the 25,000 people that hated me and had something to say publicly, there were 320,000 people that sent it in the DMs to talk about it. And that is fine as well. You are allowed to talk about it. But you need to use social media the way that you and I use social media. And it's a third space that we don't have rules for. There's real life, there's the inner you, right? There's like your inner conversation, and then there's real life conversation, and then there's the third space of social media, and no one still knows how to use it except people that are using it the way we are. And people that have been influencing or been in the social media space for as long as we have unwritten rules, especially if you're using it the way that we're trying to use it, right? I'm not going to say that everybody does this. But before I pick up the phone and I say something, I watch it back 3 times. If it's something that I know that is particularly, like, we could go either or, I run it by my husband, I run it by my team, I run it by you sometimes. There are times that I need to hear from another person's perspective. Is this okay to say? Am I saying it the right way? Not because I'm scared of people's reaction, but because if I didn't think about it 3 times before I did it, then I didn't think about it enough to say it. And if I didn't think about it enough to say it, then it's not that important. If you have something important to say, you will care about how many times you rethink it in your head before you do say it. And nobody uses social like that. ماكو حدود. For us, it's, is it going to hurt someone's feelings? Am I going to put it online and regret it 10 years from now? Am I going to look back on it and when I'm trying to get a job, if I'm not doing this in 10 years, is my employer going to find this online? Is the person that's looking into me going to find this online and hold me accountable? There's no accountability for the way that people are using social media when they're not in social media as work.
أنا عندي عقل. أنا يتني مشاعر سلبية which is fine عادي كلنا يتينا مشاعر سلبية وهذا طبيعي إحنا بشر. خلنا أفكر أنا هذا إحساسي السلبي شنو ممكن أسوي فيه عشان أفيد فيه غيري. يعني مثلا أنا لما أشوف مثلا فيديو أنا ما أحب أشوف فيديوهات تعذيب حيوانات وهذا لما يدزوا لي على طول like no don't show me I can't I'll get depressed ما أقدر. بس إذا يعني for example شفته أونلاين صار شيء بالكويت قبل فترة شفته أونلاين بموت من الغضب بموت من الحزن ما طلعت on social media فجرت بالدنيا ما طلعت تكلمت عن بطريقة سلبية عن فلان ولا عن فلان ولا عن فلان ولا عن whatever. الشيء الوحيد اللي سويته إنه I paused قعدت مع نفسي فكرت شنو ممكن إن أنا أستغل كدلال أو كسوشيال ميديا إنفلونسر شو ممكن إن أنا أعدل الموضوع أو أساعد أو أكون جزء من إن أنا أساعد الموضوع. فطلعت بالسوشيال ميديا قلت خلينا نساعد بعض أعطوني آرائكم قولوا لي شنو ممكن أسوي. أنا عندي نقاط ممكن انها تساعد ناس ممكن انها تسوي شيء بالدوله خلوني اتواصل معاهم. وبعدين على طول رحت تواصلت مع جمعيات حقوق الانسان وتبرعت وقلت لهم خلنا اساعدكم. فتعرفين اللي no I don't feel bad. الحزن راح الغضب راح لاني حطيت طاقتي بمكان انا ساعدت فيه غيري. فالناس ما يشوفون هذا الشيء او على طول يبون they react. فلازم نستخدم عقلنا لما يجينا هذا الشيء السلبي ونحاول انه you know what اوكي مثلا احنا الحمد لله الله ناعمنا وعطانا بزنسز الحمد لله قدرنا ان احنا نحول الفرستريشن اللي احنا فيه into physical thing that عاد بالشيء الايجابي على المجتمع كله. يعني مثلا انا تحولت نباتيه ماكو خيارات نباتيه قبل 3 سنين بالكويت. شنو اسوي؟ كنت اعصب يعني شنو؟ بس ما راح اطلع اقول حق الناس لا كلكم لازم تصيرون نباتيين، كلكم لازم ما ادري شنو، لازم ما تاكلون لحم، لا
او تطلعين على سناب شات what do you mean you don't have any vegan menu؟
نو
ماكو do it yourself.
كلمت تيم عندي قلت لهم خلينا نسوي شيء، انا الله ناعم علي الحمد لله عندي المقدره ان انا اسوي هذا الشيء، ليتس دو ات. سويت مطعم وسبحان الله يعني انا مسويته حق الفيجنز واللي عندهم مشاكل بالجلوتين فري وديري فري. ما تتخيلين الحمد لله يا ربي كميه الناس اللي ساعدتهم عندهم الرجيز حساسيه من اشياء انا عمري بحياتي ما سمعت فيها وما بطلت المطعم عشانها بس مو موجوده باكلي وقاعده اساعدهم. يعني هذيك المره يعني طفل عمره تقريبا 4 سنين ولا مره كله كيك بحياتها
حبيب.
بعيد ميلاده جتنا امه بليز سووا له كيكه ابي احتفل معاه مع هيز فريندز لانه في حساسيه من 1 2 3 4. فجبنا الشيف قلنا له يو نو وات احنا مبطلين هذا ونبي نساعد الناس do it. The first time ever ياكل كيك with his friends من مطعمنا. How beautiful is this؟
so good.
وانا ما كان ببالي ان انا اساعد هذا الطفل بس حولت طاقتي السلبيه حق شيء ايجابي وفتحته. في ناس راح يقولوا لي انت بعد عندك سلينجز صح؟ شفتي انه ما لقيت انه في شيالات ممكن انه تكلمي عن الموضوع.
يعني for me I mean with starting Desert Baby the whole point was trying to take something that actually was normal in our culture for a very long time. لأنه كان عندنا the whole like don't touch your baby type of thing. That's kind of where we're at right now in the way that we're raising kids. And you take them from a stroller and you put them into the stroller into their car seat and you take them from the car seat and you put them into another thing and you put them into a bouncy thing and you put them in, so when they're so small the whole point to when they're so young is physical touch. And we have this thing in you know, fashla, don't carry your baby all the time or help somebody else help you And so for me, it was like I found that very frustrating. So we decided to start our own sling business here. So it was something that I wasn't just telling people what I thought was the right thing to do. It was that I wanted to do something that aided in that whole thing. But being able to start a business is super privileged.
Definitely.
It's so privileged.
Definitely. قاعد أقول لك إحنا الله منعم علينا بهذا النعمة.
It's that privilege though that we have to use in the correct way, right? And definitely. What you're saying is true. If you have that privilege and you were given it was given to you, or you worked for it, or whatever, you were born with it, you need to take it and put it into the right channels. For me, watching the way that expat community is treated here sometimes is very difficult for me. Watching the wages not be completely fair, or watching work environments be really difficult for me was very like, I'm not gonna make that mistake. I need to make sure that within my own company, within my own environment, that's what we're doing. For that was something that like, I can't just yell at my phone about it, you know? And I can't just expect my audience to also do the same thing. I'm gonna just do it myself. I know that it's a smaller change and it only affects 15 people instead of 1,500 people, but we'll work our way up until it affects the right way. But using your privilege is very important.
Definitely.
Recognize your privilege and use your privilege.
Definitely.
You know, I mean,
في ناس راح يقولون إن لا أنتوا عندكم نعمة، أنتوا إحنا ما نقدر شلون. يا أخي أنت مؤمنة بشيء، حاسة إنه يتلش طاقة سلبية منه، أو أنت حاسة إنه هو it's not fair اللي قاعد يصير. Gather people.
Yes.
Gather people. Talk about it. Find solutions. سووا محاضرات. الإنترنت بلاش. بطلي تلفونك، تصوري فيديو، تكلمي عن الموضوع بشكل نفس ما تكلمنا توا، بشكل إيجابي، بطريقة حلوة. وصلي رسالتك حق الناس. حطي أونلاين. مو خسرانة ولا شيء.
حتى إذا ما عندك إلا يعني وحدة.
رفيجة واحدة.
That's all you need.
Exactly. سوي book club. تكلموا عن الموضوع، يبي انت ورفيجتك سولفوا، بعد اسبوع راح تجيب رفيجتها، بعد راح تصيرون جروب، راح تنشرون فكركم. هذا اللي المفروض ان احنا نسويه. اذا عندكم الماده او عندكم النعمه اللي الله منعمها عليكم تقدرون تستغلونها انكم تحولونها حق شيء ايجابي، سووا. اذا ما عندكم في وايد طرق، سووا محاضرات، سووا ندوات، سووا جروب، سووا حتى جروب واتساب تقدرون تسوون، تنشرون ثقافتكم. هو كله خيار، انتوا لازم تختارون. صح. انتوا لازم توقفون مع نفسكم، انتوا لازم تقولون يو نو وات، احنا نبي نطلع الطاقه هذه ونبي نحولها حق شيء ايجابي وشيء مفيد حقي، حق اللي حوالي، وحق المجتمع. لما قرأت التعليقات كان في 3 أجزاء، قسمتها حق 3 أجزاء. كلهم فيهم يعني النابع من ان الناس كاتبين تعليقات اللي هو خوف، خايفين من الهوية الإسلامية قاعد تضيع، وشلون احنا ممكن ان احنا ننقذها. انا راح اخلي لكم الكومنتس تحت، اذا انتم خايفين من هذا الموضوع الكومنتس موجودة تحت، تقدرون نفس ما قلنا توا تاخذون هذا الاحساس السلبي تنقلونه حق احساس ايجابي. تقدرون تحت تكتبون، تحطون كومنتس، تخلقون تحت، تلاقون بعض، عندكم اي مشكله او عندكم اي كونسيرن، تقدرون تحت تشاركون بعض، تكونون جروبات تتكلمون عن الموضوع. تبون تحطون لينكس حق فيديوز انتم شايفين ان هي ممكن ان تفيدكم حق هويتكم، ايضا حطوها تحت. هذه opportunity او هاي فرصه لكم انكم تجمعون نفسكم وتتجمعون تحت بالكومنت وتشاركون بارائكم. هذه النقطه الاولى. النقطه الثانيه، انا خايفه على بناتي من السوشيال ميديا لا ياثر عليهم. هذه مشكله انا بالنسبه لي. انت ممكن تفيدينا اكثر بالموضوع لانك انت عندك عيال.
ما ادري
زين، بس انا بالنسبه لي اشوف اذا الام مهما كان، اذا كانت عامله او ما عندها وقت تضل وايد مع عيالها، او مثلا قاطتهم على المربيات يربونهم، او ايا كان السبب، راح يصير في خلل في تربيه الطفل. ماكو فاونديشن يعتمد عليه الطفل، فاكيد راح تخاف الام. لما الام تفقد تاثيرها على الاطفال، لما البنت ما تشوف ان الام هي الرول موديل مالها. احنا قبل امهاتنا هي هم الرول موديل، سواء كانت تصرفاتها صح غلط. امي شيء مقدس بالنسبه لنا، ابي اصير كوبي منها. لو مهما رحنا شفنا منه نانسي عجرم، انا بصير امي. في فاونديشن لما نطلع برا، لما تبنين فاونديشن عند الطفل من داخل، مبادئ، اخلاق، في solid foundation لما يطلع برا ما هو مو بس السوشيال ميديا راح تأثر عليه، في مدرسة، في جامعة، في رفاق السوق، في whatever it is، هذول هم راح يأثرون عليهم مو بس السوشيال ميديا. فلازم نخلق أو تخلقين حق الطفل فاونديشن مهم بالبيت، تربينا تربية صحيحة، بعدين لما يطلع عاد هذا الأساس يكون موجود.
صح.
شنو يأثر عليه من برا ما راح يكون تأثير قوي لدرجة إن أنا أخاف عليه. راح تجيني راح تناقشني بالموضوع إذا أنا بانية بناء صحيح. أنت شلون تتعاملين مع الموضوع مع عيالك؟
I think for as long as people have been having kids, people have always been worried about the way that they're going to be affected by outside factors outside of the house. It's always going to be something terrifying, you know? Social media is a new one, relatively new.
Yeah.
But as we were growing up, there was television, there was, whenever I go to school, there's someone new, there's, I don't know, the radio, there's movies, there's 1,000 different things.
Exactly.
And the way that I was raised was, this is what you're okay to look at and what you're all right to be. And I was heavily like watched on what I was doing and what I couldn't. And if there was a movie that I couldn't watch, it was going to be locked up in a drawer, and I would keep trying to get into that drawer because you're a kid and you're curious what's in the drawer. But okay, خلاص, I'll wait until I'm old enough to do it. But there's always going to be the idea that kids need to be protected from outside factors. And that's completely true. It's right. You are right to protect your children from outside factors. But it is on you as the parent to, like you were saying, give them a good base on where to position those things that come in from the outside. I don't think I can speak on that yet. My kids are really still quite young. They're 3 and 5. But for me, the way that I do things so far is that there is no YouTube on their iPads. They have iPads because that is the nature of their childhood now, right? You can't control, you can't replicate your childhood. We need to stop taking the childhood that we have and try and make it work for 2019. It's never going to work. It's a completely new environment. It's a completely new thing. So you're right to be scared of social media, but it's the same way that you are telling me and that you're scared of social media because I'm going to affect your children and I'm going to affect them badly and I'm ruining the whole thing for your daughter. It's the same thing as when you got a TV back in the day and your mom was like, don't watch too much TV, they're going to ruin your mind. It's going to be, it's a cycle, you know? There's going to always be something new. By the time that my kids have kids, who knows? It's going to be like, don't go into the flying car because I don't know what. You know, there's always going to be something new. But the base of it is always going to start at home. But you need to start assuming that your children are complete mirrors of you. They're not your mirror. They're a completely new human being. And they're going to take information differently than you. And it's okay if they think differently than you. What matters is that you gave them a strong foundation to have the confidence within themselves to make those choices, you know? You just need to direct them in the way that I think you think is correct. And so that's the only thing I can do for my kids, right? Is, Adem, this is what I believe, this is what I think, this is what our household would like to do. Uminna, it's on you from there. The only thing when you leave my house as your parent is if you are unkind to someone else, you and I will have a problem. And that is the only thing that I can give to my kids right now. Do not be unkind. Everything else, come to me. Let's have an open line of communication. You learn something at school, let's talk about it. But if you're not going to be willing to converse with your kids, عيب ما عيب, لا غلط, ما يصير, قاعد يعاجل, خلاص, it's done, finished, because I said so. You're not going to teach your kid anything. All you're teaching them is better ways to hide it from you. Because I was one of those kids. That's what kids do. They're just going to hide it better. Or they're going to go to someone that you don't want them talking to in the first place to learn those things. For how many daughters that are in my DMs, my mom doesn't want me to do this, my mom is too scared of me to do this, my mom, I'm too scared of my mom to talk about this with my mom. As a mom myself, that's terrifying. You're so scared of your mom that you can't talk about this? هذا مسؤولية أمك. Your mom should sit there and talk to you about it. But you're scared that I'm influencing your daughter? Sit down with your daughter. Tell her, this is not what I believe in. This is not how I was raised. This is not what I think should be appropriate for our house. I just want you to know what you see on social media is not what I agree with. بس أنا مو ماسكة إيدها. I don't get to control it, you do. But at the end of the control, there has to be some freedom. You can't assume that she's going to do exactly what you want her to. And that's always been the case with me. I have never done what everyone else has wanted me to do. I try and do it in the best way possible, but I'm not the savior of all things. I'm not the perfect role model. I'm going to mess up. But let your daughter watch somebody that messes up sometimes. ما فيها شيء. شوف هي غلطت.
وحتى لما الطفل أو المراهق يغلط، نفس ما تكلمنا تو، الغلط جزء أساسي من growth exactly. فبس أنتوا كونوا المكان اللي يرجع له، كونوا المكان الآمن اللي لا أنا إذا صار في شيء برا البيت أنا أبي أركض حق أمي، أبي أركض حق أبوي، أبي أحتمي فيهم، أبي أقول لهم شنو صار لي، أبي يكونوا safe place. يعني هذا اللي أنا أحسه مو موجود.
شوفي ترى when I got a car when I was 20 first time, and I was like, my friend was learning how to drive. I was like, let her learn on my car. There's no other cars around. We went to the driving school area and we were doing it. She mistook the gas for the brake.
Yeah.
We got into a big car accident.
Oh my God.
The first thing that I thought of was not, oh my God, my car is messed up. It was, oh my God, my dad is going to kill me.
Oh my God.
If I can make sure that if my kids get into a car accident and their first idea is, oh my God, my mom is going to kill me. You just survived a car accident. Your first thing is, I need to call my mom. I need to call my mom. Am I okay? I need to call my mom. She's going to comfort me. Everything's going to calm down. If your first thing is fear for your parents, I'm scared of my mom. I'm scared of my dad. You need to reassess your relationship with your kids. Your first instinct should not be, I'm terrified to tell my parents this. Your first instinct should be, I need to sit and talk with my parents about this. And it should never be something that you're like walking into the room. فإذا السالفة حجاب أو المدرسة أو whatever it is, if you didn't create a safe enough environment that your kids want to talk about those things with you, I'm not going to be any help to you on social media either.
Exactly.
So don't come to me as a mom and a parent and tell me I'm so disappointed that somebody sent me a message, 11 people that I know have taken off their scarf since you took off your scarf. Okay, أولاً كذابة. ثانياً,
هم already يبون.
They wanted to do it. I didn't help the situation.
Exactly.
It was like, شوفي هذا, she's just like done whatever she wants and now she has the strength and I have the strength. No, they've wanted to do it for a long time.
Exactly.
But I'm sorry that I'm the one that did it.
Yeah.
Had to do it first and that pushed it. But أنا مو السبب.
Yeah.
Everyone has the choice. If you want to talk to someone, like you said, get yourself a group chat. Make a duaniyya. I meet with my friends and my family once a week. And in that once a week, all we do is talk a bunch of crap. Yeah. We just sit there, talk about our weeks, why it sucked, why it was amazing, what's the next thing that we can do. Did you watch this documentary? Let's all watch this documentary together. And we sit there and we work on it. My brother comes with like, I don't know, crazy diet ideas and we're all sitting there watching a documentary.
Yeah.
Me with like anxiety ideas, let's watch this documentary. Somebody else about music, let's watch this documentary. But if you're not in an environment where you're constantly growing, of course the outside is going to influence you.
طبعا.
Handle your house, handle your family, encourage them the way that you want to encourage them, but also remember that they are not you. And they're not going to repeat and be you.
صح.
That's the thing that we need to work on.
Yeah.
And it's not just here, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
We can't just say like هذا مشكلتنا بالكويت وهذا مشكلتنا بدول الخليج وهذا مشكلة لا هذا تماما, it's all over the world. It's just we're all trying to deal with it. Social is so new, we don't have rules.
صح.
You know?
صح.
So handle your home and give them a good foundation, and then everything will flow from there.
Exactly.
But stop making your kids terrified to talk to you.
Exactly.
If they're 100%. So terrified to talk to you that they're looking at people on social media to talk to instead, bro.
مشكلة.
Like,
مشكلة كبيرة.
I don't want to do that. I don't answer those DMs.
مخيف إنك تتحملين مسؤولية شخص.
I can't. So if you're messaging me, I'm so terrified of my mom this, please give me advice. Then I can't. I'm not your mom. You can watch what I do to handle it.
Yeah.
You can choose to handle it that way if you want to. I can't do it for you.
Yeah, exactly.
That sucks. And the only next step for me, بالكويت, and I know what I want to do, is I'd love to create a safe space for women to come and to say what they need to say, and for us all to exchange ideas, because we need it here. You know, women were already set up against the grain. It's hard enough being a woman in the world without being against one another.
Yeah.
I don't know. As a mom to another mom, what can I say other than handle your home? You know.
Well, إذا أنت وعندك مشكلة بهالموضوع، أيضا إذا عندكم أي أخصائي أخصائية، عندكم جهة تبون تلجؤون لها، عندكم أنت وعندكم خبرة، كتبوا تحت بالكومنتس. شاركوا بعض. نبي الكومنتس مكان الواحد لما يقرأ يتعلم منه شيء. فبليز حطوا تحت عندكم أي معلومات، عندكم أي لينكس، عندكم أي أخصائيات، حطوهم تحت. وآخر شيء
في آخر شيء أبغى عليها آخر شيء.
لا، في شيء واحد آخر شيء. آخر من التعليقات آخر شيء. These are my favorite اللي هما الخوف على آسيا. حاطين كومنتات احنا خايفين عليك،
على روحي،
احنا نحبك احنا نحبك to the point اللي احنا خايفين، لأن من وجهة نظرنا، من إيماننا، من اللي بداخلنا، إن يعني واحد من التعليقات it's so sad that you're going away، يعني طلعتي منه، بس إن شاء الله يوم من الأيام ترجعين و I love you وقلوب حب.
أي
how beautiful is this.
so nice.
الناس اللي تدعي بالكومنتات like how beautiful is this. هذا reflection، يعني كومنت مكتوب انعكاس خالص حق الحب اللي فيها، حق إيمانها، حق أخلاقها. أكثر من كذي جمال بالكومنتس أنا ما شفت.
I love that.
I love you Ascia.
I love you too.
We love you so much.
Thanks for repping strong women here, man.
Of course.
And
of
for
course.
being brave to touch on subjects that are hard.
Of course.
Because I know in the history of our social media together,
أنا ما أتكلم عن مواضيع.
I've always been the one that's like and you're like Ascia هديتني.
Chill Ascia, chill.
I'm trying. It's a good. We're trying.
No, I love you. I love you so much. You've been a huge part of my life. يعني ما راح أنسى موقف كنا بألي مع براند ويدي توفى وكنت مو قادرة أكون مع أهلي وكنت مو قادرة أرجع، وكنت أسمع أمي تبكي وأبي أكون يمها ومو قادرة، وأنت كنتي موجودة. أنا ما أبكي قدام الناس، بس بكيت قدامك لأني مو قادرة. You were the shoulder to cry on and you were so amazing. ما راح أنسى لك هالموقف، وايد أحبك.
Thank you.
And good luck in your new life.
Thank you. I'm really excited. I'm a little lost. Help me with my makeup.
I'm always here for you. Just call me.
We'll work through it until the next thing. Because I remember when you were deciding to go vegan and we were standing in the line at a movie theater, and I was like, you're like, I'm vegan now, and I was like, what? Can we talk about this?
Yeah.
So I feel like we've been together for like the big stuff. I remember calling you when I got pregnant again.
Yep.
And we're not like everyday texters.
لا, but we know that when I call you, we're gonna be there.
Yeah, it's the best. So thanks for doing this. It was good.
Of course. Thank you so much.
You did it. Yeah. You did it. We talked about hard things.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
إن شاء الله عجبكم الفيديو، إن شاء الله استفدتوا منه. أشوفكم إن شاء الله فيديوهات جاية.